Welcome back to Jay's Oracle. I'm your host, Jay Zoracle. Let's get started. Okay, so this is going to be for the first week of January 2025 for the collective. It's a strange time right now. Lots of planetary shifts. Mars is still retrograde. Mercury is no longer retrograde. And Pluto is now in Aquarius. And we have a new president in America that is the returning president from a term or two before. We have strange things happening in the skies, and there's a lot of planetary action taking place right now. So it's hard to find a full week in January, so this is for the first full week in January. I do plan and hope I can do an annual yearly one, but we'll see how that goes. So first of all, we need to find out, what does the collective need to be astrologically aware of for the first week of January 2025? And the first star code that you got is number 16, which is some kind of solar activity. Solar calm, clarify. When the sun is calm with few sunspots or solar flares, its steady energy is quiet and soothes any turbulence in our solar system. The volume is turned down on all the other aspects of your astrological chart. Telescopes see farther into space. People tend to search for the metaphysical. Plant growth slows down on Earth, but the arts and creative processes often blossom. Politics tend to be opinionated but quiet. Attitudes more entrenched. It's a hard time to start a revolution. The action. Just appreciate the deep, energizing quiet of this time. Work for steady progress and play the long game. Listen to your muse and support the arts. Take a creative approach and work toward positive change within the systems that are now in place with gentle, steady pressure. Find like minds and grow those deep connections. Listen to the quieter voices that are not usually heard, whether this is the whispering voice of your intuition or the subtle voice of the introverts or underrepresented. In romantic relationships, hold hands and look for places of quiet refuge together. Build relationships now that will help you to manifest needed changes when the tide turns and the sun activates. The challenge. It is not the time to push ahead or spark change. If you try to motivate practical change in your life or try a totally new approach, it can feel like trying to light a match in the fog. Be patient and the fog will clear in time. The gift. Meditation helps. Turn down the noise of the outer world and listen with clarity to the knowing within. Let go of the details of the story and feel the call to spirit, to connection, and to the interconnectedness of all existence. In this quiet clarity, you can see far away to the distant stars and come to understand the overarching patterns. And the next star code that you need to be astrologically aware of is number 46, 8th house, mystery. If your chart were a village map, the 8th house would be on the corner of the red light district, next to a mortuary and a savings and loan bank. It is a private house where we deal with things we don't talk about in public: sex, death, debts, loans, psychic phenomenon. Here we deal with other people's resources and how they are exchanged. Money, bodies, thoughts, and work, and how we inherit goods and attitudes. This house can feel uncomfortable, but it's a place where we can transform. The action. Assess the power dynamics between you and other people around important resources like sex, money, and inheritances. Notice if a relative or a boss withholds money until you behave, or if you or a lover withholds sex until some other need is met. Just get clear in your own mind if anyone is pulling strings, and try to heal dysfunctional dynamics with clear and healthy boundaries. Seduce honestly. Not all strange sexual dynamics or unusual financial arrangements are problems. If you understand your peculiarities and don't feel coerced or controlled by them, they are just part of who you are. Financial investors and advisors, consultants, ministers, lovers, intuitives, brain trusts, auctioneers, and investigators all work with 8th house affairs. And if they work with integrity, do so productively. Develop your 2nd house resources, your own money, sense of worth, and body confidence to strengthen your freedom and bargaining power and operate in this realm with grace. Engage the resources handed to you, but make your own judgment calls. The 8th house calls for one last freedom, to acknowledge that death exists and be fully alive in response. The challenge. It can be tempting to manipulate by withholding love, power, or money, and hard to step away when someone else is jerking those chains. The gift. Face your worst fears and step through. Feel that liberation. The trap of manipulation falls away when you don't bite the hook. And the last star code that the collective needs to be astrologically aware of is number 47, 9th house, exploration. If your chart were a village map, the 9th house would contain the international airport, university, or broadcasting tower. The 9th house is the original World Wide Web. It speaks of how we expand our world through official and unofficial higher education, travel, international understanding, philosophy, and global communication. The action. Go exploring. Step out of your comfort zone to see what lies beyond the boundaries of your familiar bubble. Step into a new country, try on a fresh attitude, and immerse yourself in an unusual body of knowledge or spiritual philosophy you did not grow up with. It is hard to see your bubble, the lens for your experience, until you step outside it, look back at your socioeconomic milieu, family and friends and education, and confront any unconscious assumptions that your people, your class, your culture is all there is. You are being charged to develop a truly diverse perspective and understand that real diversity in a person, ecosystem, or company builds resilience. Push your unique boundaries. If you are an urbane international traveler, you may be most stretched by small town life. Read the philosophy and spirituality from a far corner of the world. Once you've done all this work, share what you've learned with the world as a speaker, writer, traveler, teacher, or internet diva. Wake up the world. The challenge. When you finally break through and can see the far horizons, it can be difficult to reconcile the allure of those infinite possibilities with the familiarity of the people close to you. Both are important. The gift. Widen your horizon and expand your world. Explore in your mind, body, and soul. Teach what you know. The world is waiting for you. Okay, collective. We made it. We made it to the first full week of January 2025. So here is your Jay's Oracle 7-day weekly reading for the collective for the first week of January 2025. Take a good look at that. There's a lot going on there. Looks like there might be some reversals. So this is an interesting time we're living in. This might be one of the most specialist times ever anyone could ever live through. I don't remember a time where we've had all this technology at our fingertips, especially cameras and mics, and all this activity in the skies, in our abilities to at least semi-capture the activity in the sky. So I know times are tough for a lot of people, including me, but at the same time, this is a really amazing time to be alive. So on day one, the very first card for day one is the Knight of Pentacles. This knight brings news concerning money, usually good news. He is typically depicted on a horseback, okay? And unlike the Knight of Wands, who is in a charging horse, the Knight of Pentacles horse is at parade rest, calm, and stable. He is poised on the edge of adventure or travel. So, if this knight represents a person, it's someone with the spirit of adventure, but who is practical and materially minded. He is good at performing any task set for him, but not likely to be a self-starter. If the card does not signify a person, it suggests a situation involving arrivals and/or departures. You may quit a job for a more lucrative one elsewhere, move to another locale for financial or work-related reasons, or experience other changes in your life relative to money, possessions, or security. So this is the card for day one, but I just want to give everybody a warning out there. This is a strange time. If you are not completely certain about the other job, do not quit the job you have. This is a shaky job economic scenario that we have found ourselves in. I know it's great that we can see amazing stuff in the sky. The problem is down here on Earth is very unstable. And as far as messing around with jobs, it might be better to do that after March 1st or even after the first half of this year, 2025. And the root card for day one is the Two of Wands, which is an ambiguous card. It shows that a second, perhaps unexpected factor is entering into the situation at hand, something for which your plans have not allowed. There is an element of surprise. Sometimes this card indicates a choice must be made, which can be related to your work or a creative endeavor. You are saying yes to a new enterprise with the expectation that you will achieve ownership, wealth, and good fortune. You started something and are awaiting results. You may, however, have to deal with some unforeseen problems or encounter unexpected obstacles and opposition, such as a bank loan not coming through, a partner defecting, or a loss of support you were counting on. Sometimes this card can indicate a need to alter your course. That's the root energy feeding into the day one card, Knight of Pentacles. So perhaps you're living through this situation that the Two of Wands is describing, and that is you're holding that globe in your hand in the Two of Wands, and you're thinking, okay, so I'm going through this crap, so I need to go somewhere else. So this energy is feeding into your Knight of Pentacles, and your Knight of Pentacles is you about to take off to go somewhere else. So make sure all of that stuff is clear and solid before you make that decision to go. Although it seems like you will be aware of the right choices to make. The card that you got for day two is the Nine of Pentacles. This is the card that I personally call the retirement card. The Nine of Pentacles suggests independence from financial concerns and worries. You receive abundance from proper management in business or financial affairs. This card says you've arrived, accomplished your goals, and now feel secure. You have integrated the factors of your life into a secure base. Now you are enjoying money, resources, and physical energy as a smooth combined flow. There is plenty all around you: material well-being, order, safety, and success. So much that now you can take up the little hobby of falconing. So that's pretty cool. That's a really good card. That's really good energy. Let's see, what is the root card for day 2? And it seems like the root card for day 2 is temperance. The angel in this card is pouring liquid, the elixir of life, from a golden vessel into a silver one in a continuous stream, suggesting the interplay of the material and spiritual worlds and the eternal flow of the waters of life. The word vessel is related to the great mother goddess of antiquity, and the body is often referred to as the vessel of the soul. Temperance, as its name suggests, is about moderation in all things. When temperance appears in a reading, depending on its position in the spread, you are being cautioned to have patience, which may be difficult under the circumstances. The person who receives temperance in a reading is not in a position to hurry matters along. One of the great lessons in Zen is learning to do nothing mindfully. The word temperance is derived from the Latin temperare, which means to moderate, blend, or mix together harmoniously. Interestingly, this card was earlier named time, which is a key to underlying meaning. You are being asked to blend things in a harmonious way, and you have the ability to achieve this goal. You are learning to temper your ego needs with the legitimate needs of the spirit within. This is a time of inner growth and outer harmony. With patience, you can blend disparate elements, whether they are raw materials, resources, personnel, or ideas, into a harmonious whole. So I think this energy of temperance, which is in my opinion, is sort of trickling, is coming from a little bit of the patient, slow-moving Knight of Pentacles on day 1, has produced temperance as the underlying root energy that has fed into the Nine of Pentacles for day 2. And in order to achieve something like the energy that comes from the Nine of Pentacles, you need to have patience, because the Nine of Pentacles is a solid, stable situation where you have so much free time you can become a falconer. Now, the card for day 3, you got strength reversed. You are struggling to gain your own in a situation that is difficult and that may be harmful to your ultimate good. As a result, you are experiencing an upsurge from your inner instinctive nature that is calling upon you to pay attention to your own needs instead of following the orders of others. It is a time of travail, but you will eventually overcome the difficulties and come out on top. Others may think you are behaving in a way that seems to them illogical or contrary to what is normal or generally accepted. Regardless, your basic instincts of survival say this is a time for change and expressing your individuality. So it could be possible that you might end up in a new place in day 3 around some new people, and the way you are, they don't like it, or you have a better understanding of what you're supposed to be doing or what you want to be doing, but the others around you, they think you're behaving foolishly. I'm not sure, but day 3, be careful with day 3, because there could be people around you who are perceiving you as being illogical and foolish. And the root card for day 3 is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of severance, signifying separation and sorrow, perhaps the end of a love relationship. However, there is the sense that the separation or breakup was needed. A relationship or alliance had outworn its usefulness, and although there is sorrow or regret, the end result is positive. This card can also mean you feel isolated and cut off from something you love, a way of life, your home, a family, a philosophy, pursuit, or job. So it's possible that this energy, you're going through changes. You could be completely changing jobs and changing locations, and you might still be at the old location and not totally finished with that situation yet, and you're acting kind of different and strange than you normally would because you know you're going to a better place, but the others around you think something's weird. And so there's a heartbreak energy that's coming up. You are feeling the pain of separation right now, quite possibly in the area of love. Sometimes this card can signify a love triangle. A third party has entered into the formerly stable situation that caused the breakup, but it was ready to happen anyway. It's time to let go. Whatever has died must be allowed to disintegrate within your psychic structure. Don't try to hold on to the past. So that energy could be floating around and it tripped you up a little bit. That's why you got strength reversed. So it might be a little bit of a difficult time on day 3. Now on day 4, you got the Five of Pentacles reversed. So you are being advised to get your house in order financially. Cut your losses any way you can to avoid further deterioration of your finances. If you are in debt, which you probably are, because most of us are, focus on getting it cleared out. Be extremely careful of any future investments. Don't take risks at this time. And the root energy of day 4 is the Five of Wands, which is about competition in economic, social, or career areas. It signifies the mad scramble for money and power, success and recognition, with concomitant excesses of greed and corruption. This card represents struggle in the marketplace. It can also indicate that you are involved in ego battles with other people in your workplace or social arena. So you're going to have some rough, abrasive interactions with people in your life. Okay? Often the image on the card shows 5 men fighting among themselves using their staves as weapons. New factors moving into the situation are demanding that you change, adapt, and grow. Life's not as simple as it was. New competition has moved into the neighborhood or the industry, and you have to put forth a lot more effort to keep what you have gained in terms of money, status, and material goods. Depending on the rest of the reading and how you handle the challenges facing you, you could either suffer hardship and loss or go on to greater success and prosperity. So I think this is the bumpy middle section part of the transition you're going through, because you more than likely are going to a different location or thinking about going to a different location, meaning job, maybe even house or relationship. Now on day 5, the card you got is the Ace of Pentacles, which often depicts a large pentacle as the central image on the card. In the weight deck, a hand is coming out of a cloud holding the pentacle in its palm. Other decks illustrate the coin in a decorative manner, sometimes as a shield. The Ace of Pentacles is the card of new success, new money, new enterprise, resources, ambition, opportunity, and material attainment. In some cases, it can also represent physical or health-related benefits. This ace is extremely positive, predicting success for some new enterprise you are starting. You are planting the seeds for a new venture involving the acquisition of money or financial security. The ace is a strong indication of prosperity coming to you. Be open to receive the benefits it promises. So it's possible that after these rough couple of days, which seems like day 3 and day 4 was sort of rough, you come out on top with an ace on day 5. And the root energy for day 5 is the 6 of Swords, which indicates that you are moving away from past troubles, putting them behind you. It marks the beginning of a new phase after a time of upheaval. You have stabilized yourself and are enjoying a new peace of mind. This is the calm after the storm, a period of smooth sailing with relatively few problems ahead. So I think basically this energy right here, you moved away from that turbulence that you were experiencing in day 3 and day 4. That built up and brought you this energy of moving away to calmer waters, and that's what gave you the ace. This is a time of integration or reintegration. Harmony and ease prevail. New people you can trust come into your life. After some intense suffering, you now feel optimistic and balanced. This card can also indicate a move or a journey over water. The destination may be unknown, or the effects of the move may be uncertain, but luck is on your side, and any change you make will go smoothly. Now on to day 6. The card you got for day 6 is the 4 of Wands. This is an extremely positive card, indicating that your efforts to establish a project, business, or other endeavor are successful. Your position is secure and comfortable. Now you can relax and enjoy life. It's a time of respite and rejoicing. You are enjoying pleasure and prosperity, reaping the rewards you have earned. Your finances are in good shape, and you are in harmony with your environment and the people in it. You've shown the world who you truly are and what you can achieve. It's a time for celebration and good times. And the root energy for day 6 is the Ace of Cups, which is reminiscent of the Holy Grail, or a fountain of love. The ace represents a gift. In this case, a gift of love, of a personal or divine nature. The Ace of Cups indicates a new beginning, a new love, or a one-on-one relationship of any kind. Previously unfelt emotions come into play now, perhaps as a result of seeing a relationship in a new way. This ace can also herald a birth of a child or an idea. This is a fertile time for emotional or creative growth, as this ace symbolizes the consummation of something hoped for. Now on to day 7. The card that you got for day 7 is the 2 of Swords reversed. When the 2 of Swords appears reversed, it exacerbates the stasis, except that the person actually feels helpless to make the necessary changes. If a husband and wife are at odds, one party may be unwilling to admit to the truth of the situation, making discourse impossible. This may result in deceit or disloyalty, lying, or duplicity. So I'm not sure what happened here with day 7, but it looks like there's some turbulence with day 7. Let's see if the root card could shed some light on this. So the root energy for day 7 is the 6 of Pentacles. This 6 shows that past financial problems have been resolved. You can afford a charitable act because your income is steady and your security is stable. You are in a balanced position concerning income and outflow. You are using your prosperity to help others. Because 6s represent give and take, this card can also indicate a business partnership or shared financial responsibility. So it's possible you're in a new partnership with someone and they are unhappy in some way or less happy than you are. Good things are coming to you and going out from you in material terms. You are experiencing abundance, prosperity, and personal gratification. You may be in a position to support a good cause, perhaps by contributing financially to people who are struggling upward. This card can also represent philanthropic projects or providing work for other people. So it's possible that you have a relationship somewhere in your life, personal or business, and the energies of prosperity and stability, you're starting to resonate that energy, and that energy is with you, and you're attracting prosperity and stability. And it's possible someone in your life is unhappy with that, or doesn't want to admit you were right about something. So just be aware on the seventh day that you might want to be careful with how you interact with the ones in your life. They might actually be unhappy with your success, and you might not even know it or even feel that energy from them. And it's possible that there could be some deceit, disloyalty, lying, or duplicity from someone or something or some group that you had no idea was going to happen or was surfacing or building up because of your new prosperous energy. So try to definitely meditate and clear things out of your brain so you can prepare yourself for the energies around you. So let's find out what the root energy is for this whole reading. So the root energy for this entire reading for the first full week of January 2025 is the Three of Pentacles, which is the card of the craftsman, someone who has already developed skill in a profession or trade. It's time to turn these skills to profit, and success is assured. The Three of Pentacles usually shows you are planning and conferring about a future action, such as cooperating in a business venture. You are acquiring marketable skills, preparing yourself for action in the world. You might be a recent graduate or have gone back to school to upgrade your skills or change your career. You are enterprising and may be interested in some particular area of commerce or specific trade or business. You can anticipate a rise in prestige and earnings. This card can also indicate a payback period when you demonstrate your abilities and begin to reap the rewards of your efforts. Or you could receive money that's owed to you. So on the seventh day, there could be some people around you who are upset with your new prosperous glow. So just be aware of that. Don't overreact to that. Try to be clever, and you might just have to dance with that situation and act like nothing's wrong, like you don't realize how the people are. Because if once they know that you figured out that they're being deceitful, then that whole game has changed. So just you might have to just kind of be prepared for a type of haterism possibly on the seventh day. But congratulations, thank you, collective. I'm glad you're still with me. Please tell everybody about my show. I have a website, jzoracle.com. I've been updating the J's library, and I'm working on some other projects within the J's Oracle sphere. So stay tuned, and thanks again, and have a great week.